Hello, my name is Trydar. Today I'm going to be showing you how to build a Roman stables in Minecraft. Let's get started. So as you can see here, we have two different models of Roman stables for you to choose from. We have a basic model here and a more deluxe version back there with a nice facade on it. Of course, both models have enough stalls here for 14 horses. You can see here. Just like so. You'd park your horse in here, and of course he has some hay and water back here to keep him nourished and well fed and everything. And in general, let me get off the horse for a minute. In general, what you see with this building is what you get. It's fairly simple. It's just got double arches on either side. One of them is a bit closed off with some windows and everything to provide your horses some shelter, but it's still nice and open to the air because, you know, horses can be kind of smelly. So we want to air that out if we can. Let's go back here and take a look at the deluxe model of stables. As you can see here, we have a really extra facade here as well with a nice little Roman triumphal arch, a small version, and some colonnade and plasters on either side as well. So the main differences for this version here are that I have added a little courtyard on the front. As you can see back here, the stables themselves are pretty much the same with the same stalls and everything that we have on the basic model. But we just have extra features out over here on either side. We have these two little wings with some storage areas and also another large pen over here for horses. Say if you want to do some breeding or whatever, you can do that in here. There are two of these on either side, like so. And let's get off the horse for a minute here. Just leave him here, I think. And as you can see, the deluxe model is basically the standard model of stables on the back here, but it just has this little courtyard and the two wings and the facade added out here on the front. So, if you want to build one of these, you'll be needing for the basic model, which we're going to cover first, and then we will cover the deluxe model later. You will be needing the following list of materials. So, for the basic model, you will need 370 blocks of diorite, 257 blocks of podzol, or you can use just plain dirt or permadirt or whatever you want to have down here and the floor for your horses to walk on and everything. 1,799 blocks of cobblestone, 20 spruce planks, 14 blocks of water, which appears to be missing, 266 oak tree trunks, 156 cobblestone slabs, 295 deep slate tile slabs for the roof, 28 oak doors, 26 trap doors, whichever kind of trap door you like. 475 stone bricks, 250 stone brick stairs, 180 oak slabs, 28 cobblestone walls, 14 hay bales for your horses to eat, 224 spruce fences, and for the roof, 418 blocks of red nether brick. So all told, not too bad. Of course, the materials list is going to be the same. For this back here, for all the types of materials, we're just kind of a couple of extra ones on the end, and it'll require just more of those. All right, so let's start the tutorial itself. So as you can see here, for the base, the dimensions of the building are as follows. For the basic model, is 47 blocks wide, down that way, 17 blocks long this way, and 19 blocks tall up that way. So to begin, you want to make with your cobblestone slabs, you want to make a big rectangle of 47 by 17. Just like so. And behind that, you can go ahead and fill it in with solid cobblestone, except for all of the podzol we have here. And from the side, let's make a little block count. It's going to be 4 blocks that way. And then you want to place, that's going to be 5 blocks of podzol, and then 3 blocks of cobble, then another 5, then 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, and then 4 on the end back down here. And behind that, you want to do the same. And then after that, you just want to run a solid row of, I think that this is, what, three blocks wide of podzol all the way across there. And then a solid run of cobblestone. And then behind those for the 14 horse pens, you want to do 2 by 3 of podzol. And then everything else on the build is cobblestone. Just like you see done here. And there's 2 blocks right there on the end. Otherwise, it's just 1 block in between. So I'll give you a view of this here. Now, as we go, feel free to just pause the video and build what you see. For those of you that need extra help, of course, the World download will be available in the video description for both Java and Bedrock versions. So if you need those, you can, of course, just refer to the reference model. This entire world here, of course, available for download, like with all my other tutorials. Over here, next phase, we're going to be going up 1 block layer, 3D printing the entire thing, a layer at a time from the ground up. So we want to have a bit of cobblestone here, 2 by 3. And then we want to just have a straight run of cobble here. And then another 2 by 3 cobble here. And then just a straight run of cobble with, for our arches here, of course, we're following the same pattern we have for this back here. Every place you had these little cobblestone indentations in the podzol, you just want to build cobblestone up on those, 2 by 3 for the basis of the arches. And you want to mirror that on the back here as well. And for the horse stalls, every one of these horse stalls is the exact same. So for this, here is where we're going to be putting our doors, of course. And back here we have just our cobblestone walls. And here we have the hay and the water, of course, for the horse to eat and drink to its heart's content. We want to have our horses be well cared for. And I think you can see the simple repeating pattern here for all of this. So you can build that there, and then we will go on here up 1 block level more to the next phase, where, as you can see, we're alternating now between cobblestone and stone bricks. Throughout the building, we're going to be doing that. So you want to have stone bricks here. Just place this on top of all the cobble that you've already placed on the exterior here, just like so. All the way around the building. For the pens, of course, you can go ahead and install your doors, like so. And we do have a bit of oak tree trunks here with some fences and everything right there, just to divide the horses off from each other, like so. And of course, once you build one of those, it's just copy and paste for all the rest of them, like that there. And of course, that's the pens complete. So if you have horses, you can go ahead and store them in there if you want to. Next phase, every place you put the stone bricks, go around and put cobblestone on top of that, around the front, the side wall, and the back. Except here for now the windows, where we're putting our spruce blocks and some more fences. Like so. We want to have our fences double tall right here for the pens. Same for the tree trunks. And I placed torches just here and there. But if you're going to be building this in survival, of course, you need to place many more torches than what I've outlined here. So do be aware of that. Over here, back to stone bricks. Every place where we had the cobble. Now just go around and place stone bricks on top of that, like you see done here. Same deal for the windows. Right here behind that. Of course, it is just the stables. We don't have fine glass windows in here. We just have wooden windows. Just little slats for ventilation. Here, now, on top of the tree trunks, we go around and place trapdoors on top of all those tree trunks to finish that off. For whichever type of trapdoor you want. If you want to have maybe the oak trapdoors to match the oak doors here, or maybe you want to substitute the oak doors with perhaps some spruce doors to match these. Right there. So next phase, cobblestone again on top of all the stone brick. Right here. That's pretty much all there is to this phase. Also more of the window, you're continuing that up there. Just like so, all the way around the building. Pretty easy phase, I think. So we'll go on to the next one. So here, we're placing stone bricks again, but here we're also putting a sort of a decorative string course of upside down stone brick stairs just here. And we want to, of course, just wrap this all the way around the building on the sides here. And only have it where the stone bricks are, of course, not on the windows. Just like so. For all of those around the back, the other side, and around the front. And of course, on the interior here, we also want to wrap them around, like so, and put them on the interior here as well. And on the back of the arches here. All right, next phase. So now we're building our arches. You remember from the tour, we can just barely see one of those over there, the little diorite arches, like so, like this here. All right, if you want to go ahead and build ahead a little bit, you can, where the red wool is here, you can make this diorite. Go ahead and build it out like that here. Just like so, make all that diorite there. And of course, cobblestone along the edges, and diorite, and some oak tree trunks horizontal, like you see done here for the windows. Just like so, and of course, a repeating pattern again. So once you do one of these, you want to do all of these the same. And on top of the upside down stairs here, I like to hide torches. Because generally speaking, you can't see them from below most times. So it's a good place to put lighting in buildings. Just like that there. Next level up, of course, doing stone bricks again with the diorite. Just like so. Fences for the windows, like that there. Next phase here, cobblestone and diorite. Of course, building our arches like I showed you. We're moving it one block level in, like so. All the arches around the building should be like 10 arches that you need to build like that. And of course, on the back window here, just fill in the gap with the fences. All right, next phase, stone bricks and diorite, like you see, finishing off all the arches, just like so. Give it our nice characteristic Roman design with our arches and everything. Just like that there. And of course, we finished these windows on the back now as well also. Everything. Next phase here, really easy phase. Go around and slap cobblestone in a big rectangle on top of the diorite and the stone bricks. Next phase after that, slap diorite on top of all that cobblestone that you just put in. Except behind here, we want to now put upside down stone brick stairs. Right here. For every one of these, you want to leave a space of 3, and then place another one, and the space of 3, and place another one. Just like so, all the way down the building, like this here. Now, the next phase, if I go down here, we can see what we're using that for. And that is because we are putting in all these oak beams and filling in the middles with oak slabs to create a nice little coffered ceiling design in here with this. And of course, the oak beams are resting on these upside down stairs that we put in. And these are acting as stone corbels to keep our roof secure. Outside of that, you can just put down a big rectangle of cobblestone. And on the edges of that, we then want to put in a cornice of upside down stone brick stairs all the way around the building in a big unbroken rectangle like that there. All right, next phase, onto the roof now. So on top of this, we want to extend out over our cornice with a big rectangle of cobblestone, like you see done here. Behind that, of course, we want to start laying in the red nether brick, like you see done here, because we are going to be doing a roof tiling pattern with this. Let me just zoom out and show you the entire thing. It's pretty self-explanatory, I think. Next phase here is the design for the roof tiles. I didn't bother putting any structural beams up here in the roof because I didn't make a way to get up here. So just slap some torches on here and you can forget about that space. So here you can see we at the edges here we just have a cobblestone half slab, a full block, and we are alternating in a checkerboard pattern with the full blocks and the half slabs of the red nether brick for the full blocks and the deep slate tiles for the half slabs. And you can see here you're just following a simple design like this here. At various intervals back here we want to add these little ridges to break up the pattern a little bit. This adds, it makes our roof a little bit more interesting to look at, because I presume a good amount of the time you're going to be looking down on the building, flying around with your elytra and everything. Of course, it is a stables though, so I would assume that you would actually be just down here on your horse. Next phase over here, as you can see, the roof tiles is a very simple repeating pattern. Any of you that have done any of my previous Roman tutorials can do this thing in your sleep here. Because this is the same design I use on pretty much all of them, except for the really old ones. But it's a simple design to do. It also works well for any other type of building. Like if you ever need a good roof design for anything and you don't want to just make it flat or have just stairs on it or anything, you can use this design here. Just resize it to whatever type of rectangle you want to put it on. So here, next phase up, of course, same deal, repeating pattern for the roof tiles. I'll just show you this from the top down. I think it'll be more illustrative. Like that there. And over here for the last phase, of course, once you get to the top, just put a ridge line of cobblestone blocks. Full cobblestone blocks all the way from one end to the other, just like so. And once you have done that, Type 1, or the base model, of the Roman stables will be complete. For the next one, of course, we are going to be taking a look at the Type 2, or the Deluxe model of Roman stables. So, for the Deluxe model, as you see here, we already took the tour, so any of you that want to build it, now we want to take a look at the materials list. So for this one, you will need 1,024 blocks of diorite, 770 blocks of podzol. You will need 0 cows for this one. Will you get out of here? Goodness. 3,621 blocks of cobblestone, 36 spruce planks, 14 buckets of water, 392 oak tree trunks, 294 cobblestone slabs, 424 deep slate tile slabs, 32 oak doors, 34 trap doors, or whichever type of door or trap door you want to have, 977 stone bricks, 596 stone brick stairs, 240 oak slabs, 28 cobblestone walls, 14 hay bales, 336 spruce fences, 638 blocks of red nether brick, 80 chests or barrels if you prefer. I think barrels are a little bit less laggy than the chests. And 4 crafting tables. Of course, these are just for decoration. These are all both optional. All right. So, our horse is here. Let's get on shadow effects for a minute. So, if you want to build this building, the dimensions are as follows. It is 47 blocks wide, just like the first one, but it's a lot deeper. It's 35 blocks along the backside here, and 21 blocks tall. It's just a little bit taller with some of the detailing we have. So for this, the first thing you want to do is, of course, make a big rectangle out of your cobblestone slabs of 47 by 35. And at the front here, of course, we just have 3 blocks here of cobblestone, and then I think that's 5 slabs and then 3 blocks. And right here along the middle, we can divide this building in 2, by the way, of course. We can divide this building in 2, just like the first one. This one's going to be symmetrical, meaning what we build on this side is going to be a mirror image of what's on that side over there. I just illustrate this, because if you draw your center line here, just like what you built here, like that, mirror it exactly on the other side of this red center line here. So bear that in mind as we go. I'm only really going to focus on half of the stables over here. That's because the other side is just a mirror image. So let's take a look at the plan here. At the back, the plan is exactly the same as the first one until you get to this point right here. Whereupon we want to make these little side aisles and breeding pens. So from the corner here, from my diagonal, if we want to count for 1, 2, 3, and then that's going to be what? 5, I think it's 5 by 6 of podzol. Then just outline that with cobblestone, and this is going to be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Podzol there, long, and the rest of this is pretty much the same as the other building, except for maybe that there. And here, this is going to be what? 3 by what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just like that there. All right, and then I think we're going to have to leave shadow effects behind here for the rest of the tutorial. Let's see. So for the next phase, you can see here, next block level up, all cobblestone. So on the side here, right there, we want to have, I think we've got the basis for all the attached pilasters and the columns and everything. So we want to have 3 blocks of cobblestone, and then 1 here, and a space of 2, then 1, a space of 2, then 1 here. And then back 1, a space of 1, 1 here, space of 2, 1, space of 2. And for here at the front, we want to have, of course, a 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just like that there. Of course, right here in the middle of our gatehouse is going to be our center line. So I'll show you all you this from the top down here. Most of what you're doing in this phase is putting all this cobblestone on top of the previous foundation that we laid out. Over here, of course, we've got these doors here. And back here, of course, we have our storage back here for the chests and the crafting tables. Of course, this is optional. Of course, you can substitute out this with barrels or forget the crafting tables or just whatever. It's just here to make the stables just a little bit more deluxe. And of course, all of the stalls and everything are exactly the same design as it was in the first one, so I'm not going to go over that one too much. Back here, we have some stone bricks and some stone brick stairs. Just like so, all facing in towards that block there and here and here. For these 3 attached pilasters we're going to have on the side walls. Back here we have 2 freestanding columns. So we have all the stone brick stairs facing in on each other right there, 4 of those, and just 1 extra one right there. On top of the cobblestone for the gatehouse, go ahead and slap down some diorite. Like so. I think that was what, 3 by 7? Back here for the horse breeding pen, we have, just like our other pens, we have the doors and the tree trunks and the fences and everything. A couple more chests here for that on either side. And the pens back here, of course, the exact same as the one on the Type 1. All right, next phase, cobblestone and diorite for the most part. I think it's pretty self-explanatory here. Just like you see down here, 3 blocks of diorite, then 2, and then just stone bricks here as well for our gatehouse. Over here for the horse breeding pen, we've got 2 side windows. The windows here follow the same design as the ones back there do, by the way. Couple more chests. Just like so. All right, let's take a look at the next phase here. Diorite. Again, if you want to save a little bit of time, you can go ahead and extend these up to 6 blocks of diorite. That's going to be the full height on those. But otherwise, everything is stone bricks for the building, and a bit of cobblestone here, though, for the archway. Just like that there. Over here, you can finish off the horse breeding pen by just adding these trapdoors on top of the tree trunks. A couple more chests. And of course, the animal pens back here is same deal. Try and give you a view on everything. Don't want to go just too fast. So over here again, same deal for the diorite, like I said. I think we're up to 3 blocks here. It's going to be another 3. Here, of course, cobblestone for the most part for the walls right there. And a bit of stone bricks and stone brick stairs right here for this, of course. Same deal on both sides, by the way. Remember, everything symmetrical around the center line. Here, of course, we have the windows. And a couple more chests right there. And otherwise, everything back here is just cobblestone and a bit of wood and everything for that. All right, next phase. Stone bricks for the most part, except in some places we're going to be putting upside down stone brick stairs as a little decorative string course around the building, just like we did with the first one. Just like so. All the way around. And around the back also. Let's go back around front though. So we have these here at the front. And different details over here, of course, for our triumphal archway. And on the interior, we want to continue the stone bricks in these locations, like so. And a couple on the interior here as well. Right there, and over the chest right here to finish off your storage area. Same deal on both sides in here. For those as well. Next phase. Easy phase. Just diorite and cobblestone for the most part. Tree trunks on their sides here for the windows. And where we have all these little 2 blocks of diorite is, of course, where we're going to be building our arches. And you will remember from part 1, if you've built that one, or any of my other Roman things, we're going to be building the arch just like this here. So if you want to save a bit of time, you can go ahead and build the arches like that there. I mean, not out of the red, but you know, out of diorite. Every place you see these little 2 blocks of diorite, of course, is going to be the bottommost course of our arches. Just like so here. The rest of it's going to be cobblestone and oak tree trunks. All right, next phase. I think for this phase, you pretty much extend up everything you did with the diorite and the cobblestone, except it's now stone bricks instead. Remember, we're alternating our layers. It's cobblestone over here for the gateway, though. And some fences here for the windows. All right, next phase up, same deal except I think this is entirely cobblestone and diorite, pretty much. Now we're finishing off the windows here with this just last little bit of wood. We're going to be capping that off with diorite, like so there for all of those. So if you want to go ahead and do that, if you haven't already. Over here for the front, though, for our pilasters, we're finished placing the diorite. So of course, it's a Roman building, so it has to be Corinthian. So for our canthusleys, we're doing upside down cobblestone stairs, and then we're going to be doing upside down stone brick stairs for all of these. Upside down stone brick stairs here, just right there, not along the sides, just right here. On both sides of our triumphal archway. And otherwise, I think the rest of the phase is pretty self-explanatory. So we'll go on to the next one. So every place you place the upside down cobblestone stairs, place upside down stone brick stairs on top of that. Right here to finish off your Corinthian capitals. Over here for the entranceway, of course, we have now diorite in the middle because we're going to be building another archway, just like those, except we're now building it at this this block level here. For that, along the side here, of course, it's pretty much all stone bricks and diorite, just like you see done here. Just go ahead and connect everything. Just like you see done here. Alright, next phase up from that, really easy phase. Go around and slap cobblestone on top of pretty much everything except for the triumphal entranceway here. Where, of course, you just are extending up a bit of diorite and a little bit of stone brick. Next phase after that, another easy phase. Every place you slapped on the cobblestone, go ahead and slap diorite on top of that. Except, of course, for the triumphal entranceway here, as you can see. We're beginning to finish that off. As you can see, we're putting the cobblestone stairs here, like so, on both sides. And we want to have some stone brick corbels, upside down stone brick stairs, right here for the coffered ceiling we're about to put over here. And of course, the same design back here that we did on the basic model. You just want to do that one again back here. All right, next level up. So every place you put on the diorite, you can go around and slap cobblestone on top of that. And on the exterior of that, you want to put upside down stone brick stairs as a cornice all along the exterior here in a big unbroken line all the way around the building. Like so, except where we get to the triumphal entranceway here, of course, where it stops. Just like so, and finish off your arch there. On both sides, and we want to have the upside down stone brick stairs in our little courtyard here. Just like that there in a big rectangle. And for the ceilings in here, of course, we wanted to be using the oak tree trunks on their sides with the oak slabs here in the middle. Of course, as you can see, they're supported by the stone brick corbels. Just like so. And let me get a little altitude, and I'll show you the entire thing from the top down. Just like that there. Alright, and the next phase, we are finished mostly with the building. So we are finishing our gateway and adding in this here. Let's see, we'll start in the middle here with our gateway. So if you've been keeping track of your center line, it's passing right through this section here. So you want to place a rectangle of diorite here, just like so. And then on top, you want of your your upside down stone brick cornice over here, you want to put just a couple stone slabs, 6 of those, and then alternate your deep slate tile slabs and your red nether brick like that there. And over here though, we have I think I put little decorative triangular pediments on the sides here. So we want to extend out a stone brick right here and put a slab here, and then 2 blocks behind that, and then go for a run of what's 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like it's gonna be 7 slabs of cobblestone, and then behind that diorite, and then this end here is just the same as this end back down here. And then along the sides, run a straight run of cobblestone all the way to the back, and then just turn and run a straight run as well. On the interior, same deal. Straight run of cobblestone here, and then just have it turn and go straight across there. We only used the nice decorative bits for the exterior for the front-facing facade, which is very typical of Roman designs. They would generally put on a nice facade on the front, spend all their money on the interior, and just do whatever around the back. Sometimes they would just slam the entire building into a wall back there. Where was I? I think we need to look at this here. So you can go around and put the red nether brick and the cobblestone like you see done here according to this pattern. Like that there. And then on top of that, of course, we are doing the roof tile pattern that we did on the base model again. It's going to be the same at the back as it was for the first one. Let's take a look here, though. So on top of this, you can go ahead and put in some cobblestone on top of that diorite and put upside down stone brick stairs in a big rectangle all the way around that. And over here for our pediment, as you can see, we're doing full blocks, double half slabs, full block, and double half slab. This is the slope. We're going up a half block for every 2 blocks we go over, just like so. And then behind that, we have the cobblestone here, and then the diorite behind that here for the tympanum. That's the little triangular recessed portion here, that's called the tympanum, by the way. Fun fact. And then on the side here, as you can see, we're just doing the same pattern as we did before with the checkerboard of the deep slate tiles and the red nether brick. And you want to be breaking that up with these little cobblestone ridge lines at various intervals. It makes these roofs look more interesting. These aren't technically a Roman feature, at least I'm not aware that they did them. Of course, so few Roman roofs survive that who really knows if they did that or not. But I think it looks better, so I try to spruce things up every now and then. And let's go on here to the next phase. So here in the middle, just a rectangle of diorite, but on the end put cobblestone. Here for our pediment, I think you can see what the design is pretty clearly. Just like so. Bit of diorite here, and otherwise you're doing the same thing again that you did here for the roof tiles, except you're just doing it 2 blocks farther back. And here for our diagonals, like so, just simple 45-degree diagonals. Just squish the roof tiles in however they fit. just like so. Let's take a look at the side here now. And just like with this one, I didn't bother to put in any fancy roof supports here in the ceiling. But if you want to, you can add some here if you want to. Just remember to put some torches in there so things don't spawn, though. Next phase. Let's start over here. So, same deal for this. What you did for the last phase, do it again for this one. And here for the pediment. Finishing that off, as you can see. Like so, with the diorite and everything. And we're also finishing off all of the roof tiles on these little two side wings. And just connect all that with a straight ridge line of cobblestone. We have a little bit more to build. Another block block layer here in the middle. For this section back here at the back. Like so. Let's go on to the next phase. 2 blocks of decorative diorite right here. If you want to go ahead and finish this, it's just going to be done like that. With a little decorative finial there at the top. And what you did down here for this, for the upside down stone bricks, do it again. Up there for that. And otherwise, the only thing different at the back here is the roof, which we're finishing off at the back here as well. This section here got a little messy because of the variable height and everything. So I'll slow down and give you a good view of all of this here. Of course, it doesn't have to be exactly the same if you have a slightly different pattern or anything. It is just a roof at the end of the day, so you don't have to be exact on it. Just squish it in however it'll fit. And back here, as I said, a little decorative finial there. And for the triumphal archway here, just put a rectangle of cobblestone slabs and then diorite behind that there. And then these last 2 blocks of diorite on this end here and down back here. And then your deluxe model of Roman stables will be complete. So I hope you have enjoyed the tutorial for the Roman stables, both models of Roman stables. I want to remind you that, of course, the world is available for download in the video description for both Java and Bedrock versions, and I hope you get a lot of use out of your stables, and I want to thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.